guys, it's me Jenna with Brightest Parlour, and I want to share with you the importance of opening up your third eye and how to do that. The reason why it is important on a spiritual level to open up your third eye, because you start to see the physical world in a different reality, and when you can do that, you can thus attract something more powerful, something more beyond your current comprehension. And when you're also aware, you are awakened to the lies that you might be being told by our media and our government, and with that knowledge you can make better decisions to move forward in your own life. So when you open the third eye, a lot of cultures have done this. They practice this knowledge and awakenment and illumination, and by awakening your third eye, you're focusing on your sixth chakra, which is your pineal gland, and you are opening it up to absorb more information, more energy, more sacred knowledge, and ancient wisdom. The third eye vibrates at the color purple and indigo, so anytime you surround yourself with things of purple, like the stone amethyst or the actual physical color of purple, you will feel yourself a little more brightened in a spiritual sense. You will also notice that the color purple vibrates at a frequency of a higher pitch. So if you're using anything like Tibetan singing bowls or binaural beats to help heal your pineal gland, it will be at a higher frequency and a speedier pulse rate. Opening the third eye is the key to awakening your inner wisdom and your spiritual growth. Some of the practices you can do to opening your third eye is doing meditations where you're focusing a purple energy of light around your pineal gland, which is right between your eyes on the brow section of your forehead, and you're encompassing this light and you're making it to where it's cycling through and around so that you can open up this vortex within you and within that third eye chakra. In meditation, you can repeat the chant of Tho, and this energy will help you heal through a vibrational point into your third eye. Now, if you're looking for psychic advancement so that you can open up yourself to a higher mediumship and channeling spirit guides, angels, fairies, other dimensional planes, you can do so through your third eye. The third eye is that doorway into enlightenment, as well as through your heart chakra, but this understanding and this knowledge is what will get you there. When you learn to start channeling and opening yourself up to becoming more psychic, clairvoyant, or becoming a medium to yourself or your friends or your loved ones, you can ask your angels and guides to project images, words, or messages to you through your third eye. And you will get these images very clearly the more you practice. You sit in meditation and you focus and you visualize on something, anything. It could be a number or it could be the outline of shape until you get yourself into a trance. Some people use the alarm clock method where they watch or see in their mind's eye a alarm clock, and when this alarm clock starts ringing, they know that they have tapped into the spirit world and now the messages can begin to flow. So by doing that, you can ask your angels or your guides to send you a message, and when you do this message, you will notice that something will come to mind without you thinking prior of anything. It could be completely random, and you can ask them to send you a random message. Now, when you make this practice more advanced, you do it in front of a friend or a loved one, and when you're in your trance mode, you can say, please send me a message for whoever's sitting in front of you. So you will get this random message. It may be an eagle soaring, it might be a lion saying to you, this is a synchronicity that you have to understand between your messages from your guides. Say you see a lion, for example. If this is a message for the person sitting in front of you, the message might be to be more courageous. Go out and empower yourself. Don't be fearful, be fearless. And so that might be the message to them. It could be multiple things. It could be a number, and you can tell your person that you're doing a reading for, what does this number represent to you? Why am I seeing the number 4? Why am I seeing the color blue? It could come in many different shapes. You might see a train. Oh, are you looking to travel? Or an airplane? Are you going to be flying somewhere on a trip soon? So there's multiple messages that come through when you're in this state of channeling. It's just up to your discretion to differentiate what is your imagination, what you're making up, and what is an actual message. So that's where you also have to own in on your skills of clairvoyancy and better understand what the messages feel like to you versus what your imagination is just creating. When you are in a state of a trance, you will notice that your voice might deepen, you're clouding out everything else, and you're so focused on this, you might feel like you're buzzing, like you're almost high off the spiritual energy. And when you're done with the reading, or you're done with your own personal meditation reading, you will notice that the buzz tends to fade, and it's almost like the spiritual high is gone. And that's how you know that you've disconnected from that channel. So whenever you are in a channel, like for me, I feel it. I can feel like a spiritual high. I feel like words start pouring out of my mouth that I'm not necessarily thinking ahead of speaking. They're just flowing. So that's where you also have to learn and teach yourself to let go and not hold back and not start thinking, because then you create judgment. So if you start seeing messages and you're thinking maybe that's not the right message, maybe I shouldn't say that, maybe I'm just making that up, that goes in hand with trusting your own intuition and letting your psychic clairvoyancy flow out of you. When you are working with divination practices, this is where you can really, really enhance those skills, because now you can learn to trust your judgments tenfold, because you're taking, say you can do a bag of crystals. This is a very easy practice. If you know your crystals, take all the crystals that you know the metaphysical properties of, place them in a little sachet or a bag, jumble them around a bit, and ask your question out loud. If you draw out a stone, like say pre-night, you might know that that's a stone of high clairvoyancy, connection to angels. It means a lot of psychic advancement and intuitiveness. If you pull a stone like hematite out of a bag, you might say, okay, this is a stone of great grounding, earthing energy, and stability. So that might be your premonition for the person in front of you that you're doing a reading for, or a reading for yourself if you needed guidance. You pull a stone out of a bag and it will help guide you so that you can understand the feeling. And maybe even before you look at the stone, you just hold it and you feel what you think subconsciously is in your hand, what the knowledge that's being fed to you is going to come out of your mouth, and then see if it correlates with what is in your hand and what you're holding. And that's how you can also sharpen your skills of clairvoyancy and mediumship. Being psychic is not something that you can't obtain. Anyone can obtain it. You just have to really focus on bettering your spiritual growth, bettering your habits in life as well, your mundane life, how you're treating yourself, your sleeping patterns, your eating patterns, all these things, because they can really hinder your spiritual growth if you're not allowing yourself to be as healthy as you can. And that's the problem with a lot of fast food and the media. We're conditioned to all this negativity, and we're conditioned to eating things like fast food. All these things calcify our pineal gland, and the problem with that is that it literally clouds our vision. But we need to also make it a daily practice for ourselves to be the best that we can be, and to share this spiritual message to others around us. And the only way you can do that is if you tap into yourself and you get to know yourself, and you get to understand yourself and your own clairvoyancy and the powers that you actually hold and possess within you that are part of your birthright, and you've been conditioned to forget them. And it's not your fault, but it is your fault if you don't try to make that change and try to better your spiritual enlightenment. Yes, you're going to have moments where you feel like you are not psychic enough, that you're not clairvoyant enough, and you're going to want it and you're going to yearn for it, and you're going to push it away essentially by doing that. But if you just make it a practice, part of your daily habit, it will become so normal to you, just like waking up and going for a cup of coffee immediately. It will become natural for you to see a vision and not let it fear you, and you will see things and know things ahead of times. And there's so many things that you can change. If you start feeling a gut feeling, listen to that. Your body is telling you something. Your intuition is telling you something. Sometimes it's your angels and your guides trying to give you this emotion to hold you back, to stop you from, say, crossing the street. You might be blindsided by a car, and if you get this gut feeling like I shouldn't cross right now, then don't. Hold on, wait, take a second to look. But this was just a quick video I want to share with you guys to help you grow and expand your mind, awaken your third eye, heal your third eye, and make practice and inspire you to make practice of your psychic abilities, because they are there. You just need to learn how to tap back into them, and they're not going to happen overnight. It might be something that takes several months, several years, but start working on it today so that years from now you can look back and thank yourself for making your life a life of awareness and making your life better and bettering others through it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, you can thumbs it up. You can share it with your friends who are also probably interested in owning in on their psychic abilities. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. I love you all so much. Brightest blessings, and have a beautiful day.